Hello Internetians, my name is Josh, aka Ultra Player, welcoming you to the PML Season 4 Week Number 3 Team Builder for the New York Metagross. Your New York Metagross, unfortunately, are 0-2 due to some things that happened in the last match that we're not going to talk about. Anyway, we are facing off against another one of the 0-2 teams, the Miami Heatrans this week, and we have a team to build. Not a live team, unfortunately. Maybe one day. Maybe one day I will build another one of the teams, but I do have my team already built, and we are going to go over that. Now, his team, first of all, is right below me, eventually. Clefable, Gliscor, Tentacool, Ninetales, Sigilif, Tauros, Mega Aggron, Hydreigon, Venusaur, Toxicroak, Electivire. That Clefable is a big threat. Calm Mind Clefable is just an overall annoyance altogether, no matter what team you're using. I'm trying to think of what I have next. What am I bringing against him? I'm actually might change something. Think about it. Oh no, Clefable is just a big issue. Unfortunately, I don't think he'll bring. If he does bring Calm Mind, he's going to be bringing Kebia Berry, which means his leftovers won't be there. But I do have ways to handle that Calm Mind Clefable in multiple ways. He can also have his Stealth Rock on Clefable. He can run Thunder Wave, Moonblast. He can run Offensive. He has all kinds of options. I've used Clefable in the past, and it's a very good mon. I'm actually using it now in the MLP. Gliscor, a very, very big physically defensive mon. Can also run specially defensive. Can run a Swords Dance Stall Breaker. It's just really annoying Poison Heal. Gets access to Earthquake, Knockoff. If it does come, it's going to be very hindered just because it wants a lot of moves. It wants Earthquake, it wants Knockoff, it wants Swords Dance, it wants Roost, it wants Sub, Toxic, Protect. It can run so much diff for me, but it gives it major fourth move syndrome. Tentacool, a mon that I've used before, kind of on it. I do highly expect that to come, just because it helps him give him a good switch into my Mega Blastoise. Very good Rapid Spinner. Can set up Toxic Spikes. Has a with Acid Spray can actually beat some of its counters. It also gets Skull. It's very offensively weak, but it has very good special defense and decent physical defense when it's invested. Very fast for a defensive mon. He has a Ninetales, which is his tier 2 pick, which means he does get Drought, I believe. I could be wrong, but I do believe he gets Drought with that. Does he? Yeah, no, that's tier 3 pick, I'm sorry. So he does get Drought, so we can see how that works with that Sigilif. Decently fast, not too much of a threat. I have a Latios, I have a Mamoswine, I have an Umbreon, which kind of stops it. I have a Mega Blastoise, which kind of stops it, and then I just check it offensively really well. Don't expect it to come, but it can set up Nasty Plots, it can set up the Sun for Venusaur, etc. Sigilif, pretty decent threat. Gets a lot of good coverage. Psychic Blind type, very threatening. Life Orb Magic Guard, very scary. Gets good coverage, gets Roost, can set up Cosmic Powers. These setup mons I'm very scared of. That's why I like Unaware Clefable, but I don't have Unaware Clefable in this league, unfortunately. But yeah, his setup's kind of scary, so I have to take that into account. I believe I did. I don't know. This team has just been a nuisance to build just because of a mon I'm going to go over in a second. Tauros is a pretty decent threat. Can run Sheer Force, Life Orb, and I expect if it does come, I expect it to be Normal Stab. I expect it to have Fire Blast. I expect it to have. That's really all it needs, because my normal resist is a Spark Rain. So it can run a lot of stuff. It can run Work Up. It can run Sub. Work Up. It's a threat though, but I have ways. I think I've handled it pretty well. I just realized I didn't finish a set on one of my mons, so we'll finish that live. God, I'm so good at this. Alright, great. So that I just realized I didn't finish my Tangrowth spread. I mean, yeah, I didn't finish my Tangrowth spread. That'll be okay. We'll finish building it live. Mega Aggron, huge, just giant wall. Physically defensive, especially defensive, no matter what. It's just a nuisance to my team, and I do expect it to come to wall like half my mons. Great Stealth Rock Setter gets access to T-Wave, Toxic. I expect him to bring Heavy Slam, and then maybe a coverage move like Fire Punch or Ice Punch. And then Stealth Rocks, and then Filler move. Someone messaged me by Heatrans wanting to battle. Very big threat. Annoying to take down. Hydreigon. This is the scariest thing on his team by far. Calm on Clefable can handle it. The Calm on Sigilyph, Cosmic Power Sigil, I can handle it. Tentacruel can handle it. Mega Algron can handle it. Hydreigon obliterates my team. Absolutely obliterates. I don't have anything for it, and it's so obnoxious. So, yeah. The best thing is, once I figure out its set, if it's Choice Scarf, I will be so happy, because that makes it a lot easier to deal with. I can just pivot around it. If it's Life Orb, it's an issue, but again, that's also really good, because then I can outspeed it with stuff like Latios and Scolipede right off the bat. Which, I'm only bringing one of those. Anyway, Venusaur, pretty big threat, not too much, well, not really too much of a threat. If it starts setting up Gross, it can be a problem, but Umbreon handles it pretty well. I do have Skarmory, which can handle it to an extent, even with HP Fire, Life Orb. Toxicroak, Fighting type. We already know how well those do against my team. Skarmory does handle it pretty well. I have EV'd to take that on, so that's good. And then Electivire is Electric type, Electric Immunity, but I don't have any Electric types anyway, and can just be a general nuisance, but I do have stuff that can handle it rather well. Let's get into my team finally, because I'm pretty sure someone's messaging me. So, let's start. Yeah, this is my team. This I have not finished. And I'm pretty sure I wanted, great, so I gotta finish this real quick. Let's finish this. So what do I want for this Tangrowth? This is a Tangrowth. This is what mon I'm bringing. I want... Start with Tangrowth. 248 HP. I want a Glow Score. Ice. And Stealth Rock, because I'm getting Hazards up. And I just want enough to make sure I 2 KO this. Okay, great. 4. That's all I need. 4 and I 2 KO it if it's running speed, which I do expect it to run speed. I should be able to handle this. Plus 6 knockoff. Plus 6 Earthquake. I don't want that to kill. I'm going to have an item. I just want a 7, so I want that to do a little bit less. We're going to invest like 60. Has to be under 60. There you go. 84, that means I can take 2 knockoffs at plus 6 and just body it with HP Ice. He won't beat me 1v1. Great. What else do I want on 1v1? I want to be able to... Tentacruel. How much do I do to you? If you're physically defensive. I'm not running Grass Stab, by the way. Earthquake. Go hurry. Go hurry. Great. 3 KO. Perfect. Clefable. What do I do to you if you're like max physically defensive? I probably do like 3. Poison Jab. Perfect. Exactly what I wanted. Alright, you're gonna be a threat. I'm gonna have to find some way to take care of you. I want to run Life Orb. Or if I run like a Life Orb. Hydreigon. Can I do 2 Dracos? I cannot do 2 Dracos. There. Now I don't get 2k by Draco Meteor because it's cut in half. Mega Aggron, I'll just be a general nuisance too. Electivire, I want to make sure I do a lot of damage to that thing. Perfect. Ice Punch does nothing. Great. Toxicroak. Giant threat. Perfect. Earthquake does a ton. What if you're Nasty Plot? Perfect. Just handle everything. Sigilyph. What if you come? Heat Wave does not kill me. Knock off. I think is my last move. Just 60. Bit of prior damage. Okay. Alright, that gets third. That gives a decent chance to kill. And I want to be able to take 2 of these, but after I knock off his life orb, so I don't think I'll be able to do that. Yeah, it's gonna be hard. Tauros, I'll be able to handle you to an extent. Rock climb to fire blast is nothing. And let's just make sure I can take this after rocks then. And I think there's nothing else I really want to do. I'm 80, good lord. So let's make sure we're using our EVs right. We're gonna go Assault Vest. So you guys know what this does now. Now you know what this spread does. I gotta do math, hold on. Oh my god, please don't make me do math. Is there anything else that I can think of? Ninetales becomes, to make sure I plan for that. I can take a Fire Blast after rocks. Earthquake does a ton. If I knock off Gliscor's Toxic Orb before I can actually get it off, that would be great. And I think that's basically everything. Venusaur. Sludge Bomb, I'll invest a bunch into special defense. But, at that life orb, we're going to be less of a threat, so that's good. Alright, cool. Oh, can't take stuff from Mega Aggron. Earthquake does that much. Great. So, if I put 180 here, I go up to 330. I get 76. And that makes it 170, and I get an 85 boost, and that puts me at 255 Spadef. If I go like this, and max this out, then I get more. Okay, so that's what I want because that gets me more for my EVs. That's something you guys got to take into account. Always make sure you're using your EVs right. So, now, we got this Chocolberry Umbreon. This is my way to beat Hydreigon. It switches in rather well. If it's Life Orb, then that's great information, and I can body with Gladius. Toxic Wish, Protect Foul Play, it handles Tauros to an extent. Although I have another way to handle Tauros now. And Toxic's just my way to whittle down the Hydreigon to the point where I'll be able to beat it later. I don't have a good way to Hydreigon. This is my only thing that I can use to beat Hydreigon. The EVs me in speed. I just have the EVs in defense so I can better take superpowers if I need to. I can take one. And then 20 speed EVs mean I don't get speed crit by Mega Aggron or the Clefable. And then, yeah, just Hydreigon's annoying. We have a Life Orb Mamoswine with enough speed to outspeed a no speed Tentacruel, even if he throws like 12 speed EVs, I still outspeed it. Actually, I want to throw in these other 8 in here just in case. And we'll do the same for here. A little bit more, just because I'm always nervous. I don't need anything other than this, because literally this Mon will just 6-0 him. He does not have a switching. He has 2 Mons on his entire team that does not take super effective damage from ice or ground types, and that's Clefable and Tauros. Everything else is just going to get absolutely destroyed by Adamant Life Orb, anything. And then that makes it a good stealth walker because I can force something out, put up my rocks, and that's just generally annoying for him because his only hazard removers are Tentacruel. And Gliscor, if it doesn't have Poison Heal. Ice Shard is good for picking off stuff like the Hydreigon, which I think does like 50% too. I believe Ice Shard will OHKO most variants of Gliscor, and then just like this set just actually destroys him. I gotta be careful with Tentacruel and see how fast it is before I actually do anything with it. I have, and then I have max attack and the rest in defense or bulk. I have this Latios here with Draco Plate, which I have been tossing back and forth. I actually want Side Shock on this now because of Calm on Clefable. I wanted Psychic at first, but Side Shock is just gonna be better. Or, why did I have Psychic? I had Psychic for another reason, didn't I? Doesn't matter. Psyshock. He's just overall better. Hits Ninetales harder. Hits stuff harder. Anyway, and then start, I have Psyshock Draco Meteor, which is just going to hurt everything, including the Mega Aggron. Beating Mega Aggron is my main thing. If I beat Mega Aggron, then so much is opened up for the rest of my team. Psyshock Draco Start Roost. Roost keeps me healthy. Draco Plate will help buff certain items. Although I really kind of wanted Mind Plate just to boost Psyshock. I really think Draco Plate's going to do really good at hurting the Tentacool a lot harder, hurting the killing the Hydreigon no matter what, and just mainly hurting Mega Aggron more. And I didn't want Life Orb because I didn't want the residual damage. Like, I built this team days ago, some of it, and I just finished it now. And I'm just not too excited about this matchup. Once I get a good matchup, then it will be going. But playoffs right now are really hard. Anyway, I have enough speed to outspeed his Ninetales and a max speed Tentacool. I don't need enough speed for Tauros because I have ways to handle it. But I do have enough bulk for Tauros. After Stealth Rocks, I do not die to a Jolly Rock Climb, Sheer Force Life Rock Climb, and Draco Meteor obliterates it. So there's that. Also lets me take hits better from like Mega Aggron, kind of, and Toxicroak. I can take a Sucker Punch, I believe, unless it's +2. We have a Skarmory, which handles any variant of Toxicroak he wants to throw at me. I can take on whatever he wants. I can also take on Mega Aggron. I can take on Venusaur to an extent. The spread lets me completely just take on all of them. I believe if it's Nasty Plot +2, I can handle it. If it's Swords Dance +2, I can handle it with Toxicroak. Aggron needs Fire Punch to really hurt me, and if it's Ice Punch, which I expect it to be, then I can just obliterate it with Counter. Brave Bird with 28 attack EVs means I can OHKO Toxicroak and Venusaur, and then 20 speed EVs just so I don't get speed crapped. Good mixed roll, helps me stack spikes because spikes are really good against him, and then I can just stay healthy with Roost and leftovers. We already know what this does. Boom. And then we're moving on to this. Now, I tossed this last spot up so much. I had Simisear here, then I realized Simisear doesn't do anything. And I was like, Scolipede, and I'm like, Scolipede has such bad fourth move syndrome. Like, I want Mega Horn, Poison Jab, Earthquake, Rock Slide, or Mega Horn, Poison Jab, Aqua Tail, Earthquake, Protect, and Swords Dance, all in 4 moves. How? I don't. But I ultimately decided on this because this actually does a lot of work to his team. I have enough HP so I can take a Draco Meteor from Hydreigon and just body with Ice Beam. Make it less of a threat. Scald is very good against his team. Ice Beam hits stuff like Hydreigon, Sigilyph, Venusaur really well. Earthquake is for the Toxicroak. I don't take anything from his attacks, and Earthquake is 2 KO. Earthquake also is good against the Electivire. It's good against the Tentacool, which I expect to be a specially defensive way to handle that. So many notifications. I gotta go check them after this. And then I have enough speed just like Mamoswine. So that's what we're bringing. I'm not really excited about this. Someone's texting me. Great. So, yeah, I gotta go battle him. That's gonna be fun. I do have a video plan for, what's today? Tuesday? Tomorrow? Probably Friday or Saturday. Really interesting video. That's gonna be cool. So look forward to that. But that's what I'm bringing, and I'm probably gonna get bodied, but, you know, it happens. Alright, let's go.